It's Ray Give TV.
Ray Give TV.
Let's get right to it.
No disrespect, yo. I know Miss Janice Combs. I know their kids. I know all of them. The shit would be so crazy that y'all think that I'm just an artist, nigga, who just would rap with, who used to be on Puffy label. I know this nigga's whole everything. Like all of his kids. I was there when his kid was born. You understand? And I know friends, so it don't, I don't know. I'm glad that the nigga, what they put him in court for, like, again, that shit was not in, like, fucking with some bitches and getting in trouble for that. I don't think he should have got it. I think
they charged him. It was the wrong approach.
They had the wrong approach.
It was all the wrong approach. And so it's like.
So that means he paid for it, Wack. He paid for it off the rip.
Yeah, but what that let me know is this. When I'm watching this shit happen, right, I'm not even really paying this no mind. This gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm thinking if them people is gonna turn on him and talk, it's gonna be now. And they still didn't turn and talk. The real shit has never came to light.
It never came to light.
And if it was, it would have been right now. And them people stayed down and did not talk, bro.
I think that I think the Wack. I think he already when he knew that they was looking for him when he turned himself.
He probably went and did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, he had to do what he had. He already knew that right then that if he ran, they're gonna give him. They're gonna bank his life off. But if he just sat down and dealt with him, they're gonna give him like 5 years. So he came in to get that 5 years. That's why. So how the hell you understand? He turned himself in, but you already know that they didn't. The shit that they charging him for. My book got more crime.
No, I'm not gonna lie, Mark. I'm not gonna lie. I hope we don't see it, but I'm still leery about.
Oh, yo, I know.
I'm still leery about the UK because word was a few of them went over there. So I'm sitting back telling myself, okay, he walk on this. We might fuck around and look up and his ass is indicted on that side.
Right.
That's a whole nother justice system.
Right. We could call that one the sit down. We just need to be somewhere where we can sit you down and pay attention.
Yeah.
As long as we got you for 18 months, nigga, you gonna watch the next.
So this is a question for Mark and Wack, right? So come October, and I think the gravity score.
I think 33 months.
33 months.
I think he'd be out in 9 months at the halfway house. But against that, it's the stressful part is more lingering. That's the stressful part.
But he said 33 months, right? Because his obviously he don't have a point score, so his point system should be 27 months, right? 27 months.
But here goes the thing: he got a roof of 22 years. He got a roof for 22 years, but he don't have a mandatory minimum. Now, I'm saying 33 months because I watched Molly Mall, right, had the same case, and that's what they gave him, was 33 months. Nigga did like 20 months off the shit, and he went to the halfway house for 6 months, and he was home. So, but either way it go, I think he'd be on 20.
But you know what the funniest thing about this case, though, right? And I ain't understand this shit, right? Because how they charged Diddy, right? And they didn't even charge the company that these people was working for. This was actual a company that he called and could communicate with the company, and then they sent who they want to send out or of their choice. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't the company be the pimp in a case like this?
Well, no, it all depends on if the company's licensed to do what they doing. But I think a lot of shit that went on with them was direct outside the company, because if you ordering from an escort service, you pay the escort service. The minute you pay the escort direct, it's no longer business of the company.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. So, like, let's say you got a business, right? And I work for you, and I commit crime using your company's car and using your company, right? Wouldn't they come at the company first?
Yeah, what I'm saying, if you call me for an escort and I say it's $500 an hour, you're like, all right, I want 5 hours, you send me my bread, right? Cool, boom, to the company. I'm gonna pay the escort. But the minute you start calling that escort direct, minus the company, it has nothing to do with the company.
Right. I get that part. Yep.
You
And
get what
then
I'm saying?
another thing that's cold is on his travel, like the people who pay for his travel, they be used to paying for people. They pay for people to do tours. They don't even know what they pay. He been paying for people to get across the world and don't even know, and nobody knows what's going on. It's been going on like that since 1990.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say.
What's
It's like
what?
it's
Who's
hard to
what?
it's
Yeah.
hard to say what's what. You'd be like, shit, everybody's traveling. That's all we know. So and then that right there wasn't really no nothing. Like I'd be like, man, that what he had, man. I didn't want him to ever
Mark, he's
put it
still
back.
winning because me and you both know if he would have failed for the Shyne shit, he would never be in position he is today. He's still winning.
Yeah, but people don't know that when Shyne came home from prison, that he had him deported. And that's how that's going to show you the power that he got. And people still don't understand the power that he got
Well,
behind
he
him.
didn't have him deported,
I'm about to say,
bro.
yeah. I
Shyne,
don't think
he didn't have him
Yo,
deported. No, you can't say that because you got to know. Remember, when you are here on work visas and shit like that, right?
mhm,
When you commit a felony, they gonna send you to prison. And then when they release you, they release you to ICE, right?
mhm,
ICE is going to approach you and they're going to say, do you have anything you can give us, anything in good faith? Do you want to enroll in what they call the U visa program? If you want to enroll in that and you got
Let's
something to
get
give us, you
right
can
to
stay.
it.
Other than that, we're deporting you back because you violated based upon the felony. And that's how he
okay.
ended up back over
What you
there.
mean by something to give us? What you mean?
Okay, they got a program. 21 Savage, he's enrolled in it. That's why I was fucking over
Yo,
him
this
on
shit
that.
was
You
good.
mean
This shit was
you mean
good.
Right?
information? You mean information back?
No, all you got, yeah, it's called the, Google it. It's the U visa program. It stipulates you have to cooperate with law
Let's get
enforcement
right to
and
it.
have viable information. Anybody, any of y'all got family members that's from somewhere that's not here, they'll tell you when they get to commit their crime, they're gonna send them to prison in that state. Upon release, they get released to
That's
immigration,
right,
ICE.
GFTV.
ICE holds them and comes to them and offers them, do you know something? Do you have something that we can use to arrest, convict, or investigate? If you want to cooperate, we will enter you in the U visa program. You're gonna be registered in this shit though. If not, we sending you back to where you come from. Google it.
Big UV.
yeah, that's a fact. If
21,
you're not from
21
here and you
Savage.
commit a crime, they're gonna
See,
definitely
21
send you.
Savage, right? See, I told him and I warned him because we had too many people we knew in common of high places and they was begging me, Wack, please don't. I'm like, bro, dude running his mouth, you better talk to him. And I warned the nigga, you keep talking, I'm gonna expose y'all. And that's why the nigga said, how you be getting all this information? He never said it was a lie. The nigga said, you the police. How you get all this information? Well, nigga, it's public information if you know where to look. Are you denying not being part of the U visa program? He knew what I was doing. I wanted the nigga to lie and say no, then I was gonna show it. But what he did was just left the app. You notice he just left the app. They told him, bro, leave the app because Wack gave us his word. You keep fucking with him. You know what he gonna start saying next, and you know what it's gonna do. So he left the app. Like I told him, you got a gun case, nigga, and a dope case in 2019. You over here hollering COVID. You got that mid 2019. Bitch, it don't take no year to go to court. Nigga, COVID ain't got nothing to do with you not having court dates. Right? So, end of the day, we know why you enrolled in the U visa program when your bitch ass got shot. See, when I told him that, he knew I had to work. Because he knew when he enrolled. When you got shot, they threatened to deport your ass because you was here illegally. And you enrolled in the U visa program, which we know you gave them something because it stipulates you have to cooperate with law enforcement. That's what it says. Now, you get caught with guns and dope and you ain't got no court date. What's
That's
happening?
right, GFTV.
So, you know what you mark, like, you're going back. If your ass over on a work visa or any of that shit, nigga, they're gonna violate that shit and send you back if you want to
Tory
cooperate.
Lanez going straight back over there too, right?
That's a fact. This is why Tory's whole thing is to get a reversal. If he gets a reversal and a dismissal on appeal, they can't send him back. If right now, if Tory Lane's parole, regular parole, he's paroled into the custody of ICE, immigration. And from there, they sending his ass back to Canada. Fact.
Yeah, but Diddy, speaking
Speaking
of
of-
Diddy, he said Diddy got him deported, which I don't believe that. But
Nah.
I know Diddy had his hand on helping him come back to the United States.
Man, that nigga family is all diplomats. He don't need Diddy help.
Okay.
He got down there and learned it, but it definitely, when he came out of jail, it was a definite purpose to never let him speak. And that's why L.A. Reid went out there and signed him on that little bullshit ass record deal, and the record never came out. That was a way for them to go give him a little bit. I'm just knowing enough. Ain't nothing wrong with it though, because that's just how sometimes things go. And I
Didn't
knew
he
that.
come out with an
But
album
no,
in jail,
L.A.
though?
Reid didn't sign him. L.A. Reid was the front. The money
Yeah,
that
the
was
front.
done was Diddy's money. You know that.
Right. Yeah. But you without having to make that something that everybody would need to know, right? That's just something that you would know and I would know, and that's just something that we would know. And that ain't nothing to talk about, right?
No, not really.
It ain't nothing to talk about.
But what
It
I'm
ain't nothing to
saying
talk
is
about.
this though,
Yep.
I'm gonna be real, like on some street shit. It's been times I done sat there and it's like, all right, Stack just had to go do like a year and some change, right? And you be irritated by it until you start thinking about everything else you could have been doing time for. Fuck it. Nigga, I could have called 20 years, 15 years for this, 8 years for that. I gotta do a bullet, 2, 3 bullets, whatever. Fuck it. So it's like, you know, at the end of the day, even Diddy sitting there, Diddy know his truth. And the fact that he beat the Rico, at this point in time, it don't even matter.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because he know his truth. He knows, nigga, you know, the shit that, you know what I'm saying? Now, he's still a little nervous about that boy in Vegas. He's definitely nervous about that.
You think
If
he
I
should
was
be
him, I
nervous
would
about
be.
that though?
Definitely,
Yo,
definitely
let me
nervous about
Because,
that.
all right, can I
tell
say
you.
something though, Wack, before you say something more? Because right, I look at it like this, right? We all kind of know what took place, right? Tupac put his hands on a
That
baby
ain't got
man,
nothing to
right?
do with him being nervous. That's nothing. That part has nothing. You got to remember, bro. It's only 4 people that's still in existence.
Okay.
Puff, Jimmy Hitchman, Suge Knight, and Keefy D. Now Jimmy Hitchman and Puff and Keefy D are all on the same side of the coin. Yeah, it's definitely a reason to be nervous.
Okay.
Suge Knight could just put what you call it there. He could say, I saw him in the car, right? But Jimmy sitting in there with 200 years. This other nigga over here looking at what he looking at, he's 60 years old, sick with cancer. You get what I'm saying? The missing factor in there is stepdaddy, Mr. Zip. You get what I'm saying? So, hell yeah. Because of what it was. You know what I mean? Like, fuck the fight.
I was looking at it from like the story that he said he gave Zip the money because like you already know if I put money on the head.
Fuck all the money. Fuck all that. They can't prove that. Right? Fuck all that. But guess what?
Barry Hankerson. They
Guess
said Barry
what?
Hankerson.
So they come down to this. Where other things come from. See, Stack, if you go do a robbery and you get in there and you tell the people, Wack gave me the gun to do the robbery, you think they ain't gonna come book me?
Yeah, depending, yeah.
They gonna come if you tell them, the robber. Well, yeah, I did the robbery, but Wack gave me the gun to do the robbery. They gonna come get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's things to be worried about.
And that's what he talking about with the Zip situation. I get it.
Yeah. So, you know. But other than that, man, I think Puff gonna come home, and I'm gonna be real. I don't think the nigga learned his lesson. Like Mark
There
said, the
you
first thing
go.
he did was make us. I think the nigga gonna think he's super bad,
Yeah.
and I think he got an appetite for what he got an appetite for, and I think the nigga he go get back cry. I really do.
That's
I
why I'm
think
going hard on my
he could
second book.
use this to become a step bigger, right? Because all you got to do is do a tell-all book, right? Tell a book, go to therapy, have it documented, sit down with Gail King or somebody to do a
Nigga ain't
big
going
ass
to no
interview.
therapy, nigga. Puff therapy, you crazy? You know the
Yeah,
ego of that
he
nigga.
gonna
You
need
out
that.
your
He gonna need
mind,
that
nigga.
one thing.
That
I'm
nigga
saying,
Need
Puff
that
but he
will
got
one
to
tell
pay the
thing.
All
Puff
you
sympathy
will
gotta
bill.
do
tell
now
Jesus
is act
Christ
like he a
himself.
porn
That
director.
nigga a lot of
Get the
Jesus
right
at the
Hey,
get the right
yeah.
Puff
consent
will
forms
tell
and he
Jesus
shoot porn.
himself, let me make you a better person. Let me
Yeah,
holler at
that's
you.
right.
Wack 100, Mark Curry, definite cloud chaser, premium content. Pull up on Big Chuck for more premium content. You feel me? We gonna run it up for the show for sure. Be sure to like the video. Go ahead and share the video. Be sure to tell a friend and tell a friend. We got content. Uh-oh. But until next time, it's your boy Ray, and I'm gone. God bless. Peace.